Hey, what's up? Welcome to another video here on my Road to Studio channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about one of the techniques I teach my students, which is using reference tracks during the production and mixing process. The using of reference tracks is an excellent tool for continuous learning. As you study and analyze different references, you enhance your musical production and mixing skills. This is significant for several reasons. Creating inspiration. Listening to an experienced sound can trigger new ideas and creative approaches for your own sound. It can help you overcome creative blocks. It's important that you take your time to search for that sound on different platforms, such as Beatport, Spotify, YouTube, and even in sample pack previews on displays. One of my students sent me a reference track in which he wanted to learn how to produce that style of house. The reference track was About Her by Hurley. The reference can show how and sound in construction in terms of bursts, drops, and breakdown. This is crucial to maintain a coherent structure in your own composition. Once you select your reference sound, proceed to identify each stage of that production. First, identify at the beginning of the reference track that you start with an intro beat, which is what you just need to mix one sound with another. Afterward, I mark the next section of the drop. The drop refers to the part of the song where the energy and intensity reach their peak, and there is a release of the musical tension. Then we encounter the musical part of the breakdown. The breakdown in the electronic music sound is the musical section that contrasts with the drop, and is characterized by its focus on building atmosphere, anticipation, and emotion. This section is used to create a break in the sound intensity before bringing it back to the drop. Something very interesting here is that using a reference track is that help us identify how often a new instrument comes in. When I listen to the reference track, I identify two instruments as protagonists, the first one being the organ. The second instrument is the piano. I proceeded to add the same to my production. I identified that there was a background strain. I liked that idea and decided to do the same. And so I continued to take some ideas from the reference track. By the way, you can find this production on a platform like Patreon and Gumroad, if you are curious to delve deeper into this Ableton project. Sound balance. When using a reference track during the mixing process, you can compare and adjust the sound balance, equalization, and dynamic to match the desired standard. The instrument in this production won't be exactly the same, but it helps me understand how loud the kick, snare, hi-hats, synth bass, or bass will sound in the mix. Comparison with the market. The reference tracks allow you to compare your work with current market production. This is essential to ensure that your music is competitive and appealing to your audience. Use the reference track is an excellent tool for continued learning. As you study and analyze different references, you improve your production and mixing skills.